Archon is a term used for leader. In fact, it originated in the 8th century BC when it referred to the ancient leaders of the city of Athens, the first democracy. The Order of St. Andrew, unlike any other organization in the world, has a singular focus, a laser focus on the well-being and the religious freedom of the Ecumenical Patriarchate of Constantinople, the spiritual center of the world's 300 million Orthodox Christians. We are comprised of archons. What is an archon?
Well, Archon actually comes from the ancient Greek world. It means leader, the one from the beginning. So it's an ancient Greek title. And it's probably the oldest honor in Christendom.
The role of the Archon in the function of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese and the metropolises is very, very significant. Virtually every major position of the Archdiocese held by a layman is held by an Archon of the Ecumenical Patriarchate. And it's good that they're led by Archons because that Archon always has in the back of his mind to promote the Mother Church. And in that context, when you promote the Mother Church, you're also promoting its most important eparchy, the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese of America.
So basically the traits of an Archon go back to the Lord and Savior first. He said the greatest leader amongst you will be the greatest servant. So we look for service from an Archon. We want from his wisdom, and we want from his vision of the church and how he serves the church.
And it was founded and originated by Archbishop Iakovos of blessed memory, who was the exarch or representative of the Ecumenical Patriarch. And in this case, in 1966, the Ecumenical Patriarch was Athenagoras, the great Athenagoras. So at that time, he conferred the title of Archon to 30 individuals, men, who were distinguished leaders of the church, who exemplified their Christian stewardship at the local level, at the diocese level, at the archdiocese level.
Ultimately, you want somebody who's a servant leader. And if they do that, they're thinking of their brother and their sister, they're thinking of the community, they're thinking of the mother church, they're thinking of the archdiocese, and they're looking at everybody as a church family.
So I have had the great honor and privilege to serve as the national commander since 1998 when Archbishop Spiridon appointed me. And I serve at the pleasure of the exarch, the Archbishop of America, now Archbishop Philoptochos of America. But in 1998, when I became the national commander, I have to say, with humility and great pride in the Archon team that we've assembled, that there was a metamorphosis that took place in the order. It really morphed into an honorific organization which recognized the achievements of great laymen in the church, almost a lifetime achievement award status, if you will, to a dynamic, active, some people say hyperactive organization in which we developed initiatives domestically in the United States and internationally around the world to promote the religious freedom of the Ecumenical Patriarchate. What do you mean by religious freedom? Well, the government of Turkey does not even recognize the Ecumenical Patriarchate from a legal perspective. It has no corporate identity. So if you don't exist in the eyes of the government, you have no rights.
We have a religious freedom objective. So the first thing is to make sure that the Ecumenical Patriarchate has the support of what we hope is the United States government. We bring it to the attention of our brothers and sisters in America. America is still the land of the free and the home of the brave. So we ask them to speak about freedom bravely and talk about what religious freedom means for us in Constantinople and other parts of the Orthodox world. That's one of the elements. The other thing is that we ask them to use their resources. So therefore, we ask them to support the Ecumenical Patriarchate. We've established the Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew Foundation to secure the financial future of the Ecumenical Patriarchate around the world. When you're talking about becoming an Archon, it should not just simply be what you did. It's what you're doing. And that has really been developed in the past 10 years by Dr. Limbarakis and the National Council of the Order of St. Andrew.
And finally, the constant recruitment of our children and grandchildren, raising them up in the church, passing the baton to them to promote, to become ambassadors of the Ecumenical Patriarch. Archons are ambassadors, they are soldiers. And the two together result in the strengthening of the Mother Church here in the United States, the most important eparchy of the Mother Church, because the United States is the most powerful country in the world. And by virtue of that, we're able to support the Mother Church with the full backing of our U.S. government. So those are all positive things that we envision will continue over the generations to come, God willing.